The pick and roll can be used as well. It doesn't have to just be a post-up.
2 timeouts left for Purdue, 1 timeout left for Northwestern. Possession arrow favors the Boilermakers. 1 minute to play in Evanston. 10 to shoot. Deflected and taken away. Barnheiser with the defense.
That was that look that they ran for Lawyer. I don't know why Lance Jones is doing that.
Lance Jones tried to swat it away in the backcourt and then just stayed on him and commits the foul. And that's his 5th. He's gone.
They need his defense out there. That's just being emotionally kind of losing your mind out here. They need his defense, his tenacity. Is trying to get back into play, and wow, Buie just backs it right up into him. It's a veteran play.
I was going to say, that's a subtle veteran play right there.
No doubt about that, but you can see why Lance Jones was like, well, he initiated all of the contact.
Buie at the line, now 6 of 7. And Northwestern now 9 of 16 in the second half at the charity stripe. It's a lot of points left at the line.
Opportunities.
They've missed their last 3. Tie game. 49 seconds to play. Welcome to Big Ten play. Smith. Back out to Smith from Lawyer, 15 to shoot. Here comes Edey. Smith in trouble and a travel. Forced to the sideline and the travel is called.
Give Northwestern a lot of credit for handling the initial action. Like Preston trying to move his feet. He just run out of real estate over there on the sideline. Braden Smith turning it over.
And Northwestern can hold essentially for the last shot. There's about a second differential between game and shot clock.
Hey, look at this. Freshman Cam Heide going to have to check 5th year Buie.
Buie trying to knock off number 1 for a second straight year. Buie on the run. Got it!
They call the floater the giant killer, and Buie is generating a reputation over the course of his career at doing just that. Off balance, off that right foot with the right hand. Edey coming over, and it just doesn't matter. Spitting image of the play he made against Indiana last season in this building. Buie is just a gamer. What a play.
His first field goal in almost 15 minutes may be the decider.
Have to think for Purdue.
With his head coach to his right. Here we go. Are we about to see a second straight Northwestern upset? In, Edey, catch, finish! Tied at 76. Inbound Buie, the heave, no! And overtime in Evanston.
It is simply grown man basketball. I think Purdue knows where exactly their bread is butter. I mean, this is just Zach Edey time, all of overtime. You are looking for him every time down the floor.
Preston's the only post left, and there it is. Smith with the drive, Edey with the finish.
They couldn't get it to him on the post up, but Braden Smith with that dribble drive right down the right lane line. Drops it off, and Zach Edey knows exactly what to do with it.
Smith closing in on another potential triple-double. He was 1 away on Tuesday against Texas Southern. 8 on the shot clock. Buie. Edey changed that shot. Rebound tipped into the corner and out of bounds. It'll belong to Purdue.
And Purdue, even though they flooded that catch, and Northwestern tying it up.
Smith will turn the corner. Tiptoes along the baseline and back out. There's Edey. Double comes. Back to Lawyer. The open man. The three.
He's not going to get credit for this play, but just because Braden Smith walked away from it, that run for Buie to cover Lawyer, they're trapping off Fletcher Lawyer, and there was just no one home to find the shooter.
First three since the first half. Barry wants to answer. He does! Oh, my! It's the 15th round, and they're standing in the middle of the ring throwing haymakers. And a foul. Smith sizing it up. Smith tried to dump it over his shoulder, and Edey couldn't hang on. Numbers for Northwestern. On the break, it's Barry. He'll go to the line. The foul on Mason Gillis.
That's where, if you're Braden Smith, the look is there. You've got Edey rolling, but he's completed that pass multiple times tonight. But you start to his season, but he's found his rhythm. I love that he's getting to the basket more, and he's starting to really make it from three like he did 2 years ago.
Look around this building. Not a seat being used.
High level.
Everybody standing with 2 to play in overtime. And it's tipped away from Edey, and Northwestern with the lead in the ball.
Edey just kind of waited on that pass. I'm shocked to see. Usually he attacks that basketball, and Preston just able to tap it from behind.
15 turnovers for Purdue, only 3 for Northwestern. 10 to shoot.
Here we go again. I mean, they are just seeking this matchup.
They've got it again. Buie with the crossover, gets inside, throws it at the rim for 2.
He is so good at playing off 2 feet and getting exactly what he wants to that right floater.
3-point game. A whistle and a foul. The charge after the pass. It'll be. So now, if you're Purdue, you just play this out right now.
Yeah,
right?
you're trying to get a stop. And I don't know why they didn't just bring Ty Barry right back up here instead of ball screen.
Here comes Barnheiser. Buie, 9 on the shot clock, going to work against the freshman Edey. Here's Buie, splits, drives, off balance. No, good box out. Gillis.
Absolutely physical play. Gillis able to stay in front and stay down.
Here's Smith. Lawyer enters to Edey. Edey leaning. 15 on the shot clock. Edey with the hook. 1-point game.
Northwestern not trying to give up a 3-pointer with that 3-point lead. They just fanned out, and it was 1-on-1. You could foul. Certainly, Northwestern doing a nice job of recognizing that, putting their foul shooters on the floor.
And Buie needs a little bit of help, and he gets it from Barnheiser just across. There's the foul. Brooks Barnheiser, 83% on the year entering play tonight. He's 1 for 2 tonight at the line.
Yeah, they had a good lineup out there. Buie 82, Langborg 84, Barry 75, Barnheiser, you said at 83, and then Martinelli at 75. So all 5 of those guys, solid options for Northwestern.
Now both teams will bring the bigs back in, Edey and Preston, and the free throw no good.
Everything but down.
Again, Boilermakers out of timeouts. 25.2 seconds remaining in the overtime. Now, if he makes it, does Chris Collins use a timeout to set up a defense?
I would not, just because I'm not trying to have Matt Painter now. He's going to, but this allows Purdue to dial up something. Change that narrative.
No doubt about it. Braden Smith will bring it up. Purdue down a pair. No timeouts. Entry to Edey, and Preston takes it away. What a play by Preston. Foul on Lawyer. Buie going to the line. 13.9 to go in OT.
Pass.
And Blake Preston with the play of the night.
I mean, you've had this play for a high-low all night long. You try to go direct in there, but Fletcher Lawyer is pushed so far. I mean, look at where he is. He's almost out by Matt Painter. And with that long of a pass, give Blake Preston credit. He just goes and makes a play. You cannot throw that pass from that far away.
Number one on the ropes. 2-possession game. 13.9 to go in the OT.
He's got to go quick.
Smith, leaner, and a foul. Oh my goodness, Preston with the foul. 3 free throws coming for Braden Smith.
Just a total mental error there. Blake Preston, we talked about it earlier in overtime. Players start getting emotionally drunk. Here, Blake Preston just leaving his feet. Smart play by Braden Smith. Now that foot is awful close to that line.
This may be a 2.
That definitely could be a 2.
Boy, talk about a game-changing toenail.
No kidding about that.
If that's a size 8 instead of a size 9, it's a 3 instead of a 2, but it looks like that toe's on the line.
There's a 3 on the floor.
So they've got to find evidence to overturn. See if you can see it here through the traffic.
I think that's a 2, but it is awful close.
Look at Mario with the zoom here, just zooming in. Everything's getting blurry. But there it is. Is that enough to call it a 2 after it was called a 3 on the floor? Our guy Mario making sure that that gets as close a look as we can get.
As close and grainy.
Braden Smith has not attempted a free throw tonight. You see the number, 67% on the season. And a stoppage before he shoots the first. Does he try to make the first, miss the second? What's the strategy here?
I would not. I mean, with 8.6, I don't think we're to that time yet. You're still trying to play that free throw game.
First one down. In comes Nick Martinelli. Out goes Blake Preston. Better free throw shooter on the floor for the Wildcats.
You got a rebound, though. I mean, if this does miss, Purdue is huge and Northwestern small. It doesn't matter.
So now full court pressure applied. Down goes Lawyer. The inbound to Barry. Barry is fouled with 6.1 seconds to go. And tied Barry to the line where he's 2 for 2 tonight.
Fletcher Lawyer is just kind of late into the play. Barry's trying to go left. Lawyer's trying to run to cover him. I think it's just an incidental play and you play on. But, man, Fletcher Lawyer took the brunt of that hit.
First one's important. This one is gigantic.
I think if I'm Chris Collins right now, we are talking about fouling. If you do it, you do it. If you don't do it, you don't do it. But it needs to be a conversation that's being conversed by all 4 cats on the perimeter right now. It doesn't matter if you make them all.
2-possession game and a timeout used by Northwestern. Buie was down in front of the Purdue bench engaging in conversation, and Chris Collins
was not pleased.
Wanted his veteran on the bench before anything was called. Four-point game. Cats trying to knock off #1 Purdue for the 2nd consecutive year. Watch Buie. And that's where Chris Collins said, get over here. Boo!
That would not be the time to get a technical foul.
No.
That would not have been the smartest play.
Every parent in America has had that look on their face. Every coach as well. Boy, there have been some heavy minutes played tonight. Smith, 42 minutes for Purdue. Buie, 43. Langborg, 42. Three guys have fouled out of this game. This has been a battle tonight to start off Big Ten play.
And if Northwestern holds on, what a win this would be. Their best victory on the season. They went over Dayton. Beat the #1 team in the country. You make a statement about being really serious about getting back to the NCAA tournament.
No timeouts. You can read Chris Collins' lips. No timeouts. No timeouts.
For Purdue, I mean, you look at 5 of 19 from 3 and 17 turnovers, and that's been the recipe to beat this team. Turn them over, take away the three-point line.
20 points off those turnovers. Gillis, another long pass down the floor. Edey with the catch, can't finish. Heidi's trying, no. Preston secures the rebound, and we've got another upset, but they're going to chase everybody off the floor. There's still 0.3 seconds to play. The upset not complete yet. They've been waiting a long time since.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And now Preston with a second free throw. No good. The ball will be allowed to roll out so that they can get away from it. And that'll do it. And we've got a cat court storm for the second straight year. Northwestern upsets #1 Purdue in overtime. Let's go in the midst of all the excitement to Andy Katz.
Well, I'll tell you, Chris, Ryan, the whole family, you have this photo up on your wall in the office. I think we have to put another one up on the office, Chris.